What is good, everyone? It is your favorite multi-cardboard selling producer, Izoki. I'll be showing you how I turn my vocals from this monstrosity into... It's super simple. Just make sure to follow step by step and you'll get it. Okay, so let me take you to my screen. Yeah, let's go. Also, the link to join my Discord community, IZOKICORD, down below in the description. If you're an artist, producer especially, you make music in any way, shape, or form, or you're just looking for a community to join filled with artistic people, creative people, people that just love growth, learning, self-improvement. Link down below. Join the family where you belong. See you there. Let's get into it. Wow. It's super simple, all right? So I started off with this chord progression, right, on this pad. Super simple and really allowed me to really put anything I wanted in there as another melodic element. So, of course, me being Izoki, I thought, let me add a vocal. So I tried putting in a vocal from Arcade, but it didn't sound right for me. I just thought to myself, it like a spark ignited in my mind, right? I was like, hold on, I just got this plugin that turns your vocals into an instrument. Why don't I just use that? Use the instrument that no one else in this whole entire world has but me, my voice. So I just started humming out random phrases. All right, I am in no means the greatest singer at all, okay? So just bear with me, okay? This is the before, all right? Completely raw, no effects, no nothing. Then after, I'll show you the effects chain, but most importantly, the singular plugin that made all of this possible in the first place, all right? Did my best to imitate Mariah Carey, so bear with me, all right? It's okay. You can laugh at me. I give you permission. And I'm going to play it without the pad just so the voice by itself can be heard, okay? Forgive me. 3, 2, 1. That was the before, okay. These are the raw vocals. So I just routed them to a random track so I could show you the plugin and what it does by itself, all right? Here's the plugin, finally, the moment you've been waiting for. Humanoid, which is basically, as you can kind of see, it's like an autotune slash pitch correction slash vocoder slash vocal effects, form and shifting, y todo, all right? But the difference is, it's like extreme to the point where it can literally turn your voice into an instrument. Like the tuning is so precise, and like I don't know how Baby Audio did it, but the tuning is just different in comparison to Antares, even Antares and every other pitch correction plugin, every other vocoder. And I have vocal synth 2 by Izotope, and that not even that does what this does, if I do remember correctly, because I did render it out to a separate audio clip when I grouped these clips together, then put the rest of the effects on. It was this one, Dream to Remember, right? Second preset of the plugin. I just went here, right? Key to set the key, of course, kind of self-explanatory. Boom, A minor, because this melody was in A minor. So A minor, put the format up just so it could play in a higher pitch, because I like my vocals to be higher formatted, higher pitched. That's just me. That's how I like it. I turned this stretch knob up a little bit. I really don't know what it does, to be honest with you, but it looked cool right here and it ended up sounding cool. So it turned the monstrosity of vocals that you heard, right, into... Not bad, right? As soon as I got that, I instantly got the idea of the effects chain to put on the vocal like that. Once I group all the takes together so it could form one audio clip. I did that. Incredible foundation, all right? That was the most important part. I highlighted all of these. Boom. Alt R after making sure that this red record button is on the mixer track. So it's armed to record. So I Alt R. Then the screen pops up and asks you input plugins, yes, no, with the dot, you feel me? So either on or off, and some other things. And then render. I rendered it with the effects on, of course, as this was the only effect on. And the whole point of it was, well, to use this. So yeah. After rendering, it separated it into the grouped clip, which is right here. How I got this. Yeah, before. You see what you heard before, right? The group clip with the humanoid on. This is where the sauce is, all right? I mean, it's not really sauce. I just put a bunch of random plugins that coincidentally sounded good together. So just follow along, okay? EQ, of course, essential to get rid of the unnecessary lows from colliding with the harmonics and the unnecessary highs, high sibilances from colliding with the melodics. I treated it just like an instrument and did just that, all right? I EQ'd it like an instrument, because it was basically another instrument. So there, right here, this area right here that you see sounded perfect to me. Next, I added a reverb, Valhalla Vintage Verb, one of my favorite ones. Actually, favorite one, absolutely. These are the settings. Copy and paste if you want. This is what sounded right to me. 3.52 seconds decay time. The mix down quite a bit because I just wanted to keep it super subtle. Just add that little bit of character, wetness. Then I added Beam. If you watch some of my other tutorials, you have seen this before already. Beam is a granulizer plugin by Lunacy Audio, the mother fathers that made Cube. I'm pretty sure you've seen that VST. It's dope. The reason I use this one on vocals mostly is because of this singular preset right here, Big Vox. Big Vox basically copies and pastes your vocal on top of one another, except that second vocal is lowered down by an octave or 2 octaves, however you would like, and it just creates a more vibrant and full vocal because you're occupying more of the stereo spectrum. So now instead of just the mid frequencies that it was on, it's also now in a little bit of the lows. Next, Thermal distortion plugin. You've seen it before, I guarantee you. If you haven't, well, it's a distortion plugin. Went to this preset within Heat. I just clicked these two buttons. I mean, this button right here, go forward like 2 times, and it ended up being this one, and it sounded pretty cool. Just added that little bit of grittiness, little bit of character that was perfect for this vocal. So after I got that, I just put the mix down right here, dry wet quite a bit until it sounded right to me. Kept it super subtle. That little bit of grittiness really made the biggest difference. Even though you can't really notice it that much at first listen, the more you listen to it, the more you'll notice it, especially after hearing the before and after. Next, Soothe 2, which in simple terms is a sibilance remover, and it smooths your sounds. You know how sometimes rocks are, you know, spiky and really rough, and like there's people that like smooth them out right and turn them into stones? Think of it like that. This is basically what it's doing. It's making the sound smoother, getting rid of the harsh sounds. I would say frequencies, but something magical in this plugin just gets rid of every harshness in the sound. So I just slapped it on there, moved this depth knob a little bit. It was at 3.0. I just moved it down to 2.6 and I got this. See, it really tames the sound and makes it sound smoother. Therefore, it soothes it. Next one. This is another magical plugin, Rev Intensity. It's a reverb plugin, but this does what other reverbs can't, from my experience. This one, it creates like a cool sidechain effect, like chopping effect with this preset, Transverb. As you see right here, function, step sequencer. This is what it's doing to the sound. That's what it gave it that ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. 2 more plugins left, which are super simple, bro, and they're free. So yeah. OTT, multiband up down compressor. I just put it on there to bring the vocal up a little bit more in the mix to the forefront. 16% right here. Depth, that's the only thing I moved. And yeah. And lastly, KHS stereo, free stereo separation plugin by KHS. I just slapped it on there and moved nothing. That's it. That's the vocal chain for that. But I did route the vocal bus into a separate track. All right. This is the track which consists of rev intensity, fat filter, just so the frequencies from the reverb are only in the higher frequencies, higher and higher mids. Actually, high mids. Forget what I said before. Just the high mids, because that's how it sounded right to me. I liked how it sounded like, okay? And wider, which is a stereo separation plugin. It just made that sidechain reverb and spread it around your ears more, because as you see here, it was down a lot in the gain. And that's it, bro. Honestly, super simple. It's just playing around with plugins that you already have. You can basically mimic everything I did without that plugin and without any of the plugins from the vocal chain. Just do what sounds right to you, honestly. Then if you want to buy the plugin, Humanoid, I'll leave a link down in the description. Not sponsored at all, all right? I'll leave it down below because I don't want to hide any sauce from you guys, all right? This really allows you to be innovative with your music, with your samples, with your melodies, all right? So instead of using arcade or Excel banks that a majority of other producers already know about, especially arcade, you could use your instrument that no one in this entire world has but you, your voice, all right? And Humanoid just really allows you to create insane melodies from the comfort of your own voice. I'm just gonna play you the whole loop so you could hear how the vocal fits in an actual loop, in an actual piece of music, and you could decide for yourself if you want to get the plugin or not, or if this video was completely useless. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna play the loop for you now, and much love. I hope you learned a thing or two. Comment down below what more you would like to see from me, and yeah, much love. Izoki out.